Hi, in this demo, I'll show you how to vibe code with the Intugle's MCP server and see how we can create semantic models and data products without writing a single line of code. So let's get started. So here I am in Cursor. I have a data set here, which is a technology manufacturing company data set. All right, so the first step is to install Intugle. So for that, let's create a virtual environment. I'll just activate it. And let's install Intugle. All right, now that it's installed, let's start the Intugle MCP server. It's a single command called intugle-mcp. So we'll just start it and we can see it is running in port 8080. So now you can go to your settings in Cursor and you can go to tools and MCP. Now for you, if you're setting it for the first time, it might be a blank slate. So let's add a custom MCP here and let's paste this. As you can see, this is the host address of the MCP server. Now, if you go back, you can see that there are 3 tools available and a prompt. So this prompt is what we'll be using to converse. Now, remember that different LLM clients have different ways of setting this up. So this is particular for Cursor. Make sure you check out MCP documentation for the agent or agentic coding environment that you are using. All right, let's go back. Now, in order to use that prompt, we put a slash and we type Intugle vibe. Now, you can see a small window open up here where you can tell it what you want it to do. So in our case, we want to create a semantic model over our data, and we want to use a notebook. All right, so let's give it a go. So what happens in the background is that a prompt is loaded from the Intugle library, which informs the agentic coding environment on how to use it, how to access Intugle's documentation, and basically how to build the different features that are available in Intugle. So we can see that the agent is planning its moves. So it's checking out the Intugle docs to learn about how Intugle works. Now it's decided to create a Jupyter notebook. Perfect. Now it's created a bunch of steps for it to follow in order to achieve what the user has asked. And here we have our first cell. It's the path to the CSV files. It's creating the datasets object to pass into our semantic model. All right, so this is where you configure the LLMs. Now we'll be taking ours from the .env files, so we'll ask it to add in that piece as well. All right, so this is where we import the semantic model from Intugle. And we pass in the data sets that we made. We pass in the domain, which helps the library create contextual business glossaries on your data. So post building the semantic model, these are code snippets to view the results. We'll keep these as well. All right, it's even visualizing the final results. So it's even going ahead and creating the optional semantic search, even though we didn't actually ask it to, but fine. It's kept it commented. All right. All right, so it looks like it's done. So I guess we just have to run it now. But we also need to load our .env file. So let's just tell it, load the environment variables from the .env file. And let's go ahead and create our .env file. So you can set your LLM provider here. and your whatever API key is that you need. So I'll be going ahead and setting mine. Let's head back. Now, as you can see, Cursor has already added a code snippet loaded from .env. How cool is that? All right, perfect. Now let's go ahead and run our notebook. Let's choose env, and it's asking for the IPy kernel package. Let's install. Great. Now all we do is wait while the cells run. So as you can see, semantic model has started building. It's loaded our dataset and it has started building the semantic model. So we'll give it some time for it to finish execution. Great. Now that's done. Let's see what the results look like. So here we have the profiling data frame where we have the column names, we have the table names, what was the data type predicted, was it a dimension or a measure, the business glossaries, the business tags, some profiling metrics, and the sample data. So this data frame gives you a view of all the columns from all the tables. Cool. Similarly, we have the links data frame, which gives you all the links or the relationships that are between tables. And similarly, we have a glossaries data frame, which will give you all the glossaries for all the columns. And we can also visualize this in a neat knowledge graph. So this is very cool. The agent has implemented the whole thing for us. All right. Great. Now let's ask it to build some data products for us. So let's say create a data product customer 360 view. Let's see what it comes up with. It's using the get tables and the get schemas to identify what are the table names and column names from the semantic model. Now, meanwhile that runs, the semantic model can be found in the models folder right here. So all of these YAML files, so you can see the descriptions and the profiling metrics all stored here. So for each table, you can find it here. And you can also see the relationships YAML where you can see all the relationships stored between tables. Cool. All right, so here we have our first snippet. All right, so it looks like it's picking up almost all the columns from all the tables. And some of them it is aggregating it by sum and count and even average. All right. And here we have the data product from Intugle. The specification that was built here is getting passed into the data product. It's even saving it as a CSV file. Cool. So now that it's done, let's go ahead and run it. So it's finished running successfully, and let's see what it looks like. So looks like it's picking out a lot of columns from a lot of tables. So this is what the final data product specification looks like. You can see it has picked columns from the customers table, from the orders table, renewals table, service table. And it also aggregated some of the columns. You can see some of the columns have been summed up, some have been counted, some have been averaged up as well. So the agent has made its own assumptions of what Customers 360 view looks like, but you can specify exactly what you need and it would build it for you. And it has built it. And this was the SQL file generated, as you can see right here. And it has also saved it to a CSV file. So let's check what that looks like. We have it here. Let's open it up. So here we have a data product, a customer 360 view, fully generated by our agent using Intugle's MCP server. Pretty cool. So that's how you can use Intugle's MCP servers to supercharge your workflows and build semantic models without you having to write a single line of code. So thanks for watching the video. Join our Discord community and check out Intugle.